Hey, this is Michael Jernigan right here with the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, a part of the Press Play Podcast Network. And we're here with my main man, my tag team partner, Mr. Jam Patterson, the icon.
First off, you can't do that. I know you always start the show, all right, like you Matthew McConaughey over there.
Yeah.
And you're going to come out tonight like you Fat Albert. Hey. I mean, it is Christmas time coming up.
Yep.
The Fat Albert Christmas show is one of my all-time favorite Christmas specials.
Better than Charlie Brown.
Yes, I love Fat Albert. Now, I love me some Charlie Brown Christmas too.
Yeah.
Like last night, I'll be honest, AEW goes off.
Yeah.
And you know what? I sat and watched till after midnight.
I watched 90210.
I watched the Polar Express.
Oh, God.
I love me some Christmas time, man.
That's effing embarrassing.
No, sir. I've already watched Elf.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I've watched Home Alone.
I'm fine with Home Alone.
I watched the Polar Express.
What do you think about you like I like the Rudolph movie?
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Rudolph.
Now, you know, Elf, all the costumes, that's where they got it from, was the original Rudolph.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm down with that. Frosty the Snowman.
I like Frosty. Frosty's kind of sad, though, at the end.
Yeah.
When he melts away.
Yeah, man, that ain't good.
Yeah.
But I like, Charlie Brown, like you said, is always a great one.
Yep.
Like I said, I love Fat Albert.
I have a 5-year-old son, and we let him watch Home Alone this year for the first time. And he loves it.
Well, how can he not? Donald Trump's in it.
He's in the second one.
Second one, not my bad. You're right. Second one is in New York.
Yes. So TJ loves it. He loves all the pranks that Kevin McAllister did on the
absolutely.
on the Wet Bandits.
Yeah.
Yes, he loves.
And you gotta love, every time this year you always see the meme come up. What did Kevin's parents do?
Yes.
To have that house and be able to fly everybody.
Yeah.
Overseas on a vacation.
Speaking of taking the family, I'm getting ready to take off tomorrow with our in-laws, going to Florida.
My man.
That's right.
You going down to the fitness center? What is it called?
The Performance Center.
The Performance Center. You going down there for a tryout?
We went to Disney a couple years ago, 2 years ago, and we were in Orlando. And I Googled to see how far Full Sail University was from Orlando. And it's like an hour and a half or something.
Oh, it's worth the trip then.
If it would have been a little bit closer, I would have drove just to see the building, right? And see if anybody's standing outside.
Yeah.
I can talk to, whatever. But we will be in Orlando. We're going to Orlando tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow. And so I'm hoping we run into somebody at the airport.
Are you flying or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're flying, leaving out in the morning. I'm a little shaky on a plane.
No, not you.
No, I am.
Come on now.
I get nervous. I can see better on a plane than I can anywhere else. I can hear everything on a plane.
Your senses just come that much more alive.
I'm engaged with everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because if something goes wrong, I'm getting out.
You're like Bray Wyatt all of a sudden. Senses just coming wild.
Right. I'm invincible, baby.
I love it.
Yes. So we hadn't been together. We went together last week was Thanksgiving, and so we were not together. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I had a great Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Went down to my aunts and uncles and had a good time with them. Man, I ate way too much.
Yeah.
I got my Frosty the Snowman Christmas tree set up. So Thanksgiving was good, man, and just enjoyed it. And so now
it's time for the Polar Express.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm going out to Salisbury to ride the train for the Polar Express. I mean, how can you not love Christmas, man?
I rode a train of the Polar Express one time with the in-laws.
Time out. Do the in-laws go with you everywhere?
No, I go with them everywhere.
Okay. So you tagging along.
Yeah. I'm the one mooching, not them jokers.
I got you.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
As long as we know the roles here.
Yes, sir. No,
I love it.
I go with them jokers. Listen,
they
got all the money, man. Shoot.
Hey, you got to follow the money.
That's right.
That's why my kids still hang out with me.
That's
I believe.
right. That's right. That's how you do it.
Absolutely.
Yes, you got to follow the money. So we're taking off, going to Orlando. Have a good time. We'll be back Wednesday, so don't you worry, Main Event fans. We will be back here next Thursday.
Yeah, we apologize, but man, holidays is tough, man.
Yeah, man, it's tough. That's all right.
But we rolling today.
All right, let's get to some wrestling talk. Last night was a big night in wrestling. Of course, you have AEW Dynamite and you have NXT Live. I'm going to be honest. Monday Night Raw last Monday, I didn't see the whole show. What I saw was okay. I like the Kevin Owens stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Kevin Owens. I like Seth Rollins being a heel.
Yeah,
and if the AOP are with him, I'm all for that too.
I think they got to do. They either got to put AOP with Seth Rollins or Kevin Owens, because when they brought them out by themselves, they weren't a hit.
Yeah, they were missing something.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think we've mentioned on this show before, I think one of their biggest mistakes was when they made that first debut on Raw.
Right.
They sent Paul Ellering to the back.
Yeah.
And got rid of the manager.
Yep.
And they hired Hornswoggle, Drake Maverick.
Yes.
They put him as the manager one time, which was a total flop.
Wasn't he the one that peed in his pants one time?
Yes.
Did he get scared or something?
Yes.
Was it Braun Strowman maybe?
Right.
And pissed in his pants.
And so they just made a disaster of it.
Unbelievable.
But right now, other than NXT,
yeah,
right, that's the exception.
Yeah.
Raw and SmackDown are the two most atrocious wrestling shows I have seen in a long time.
Probably since 2001, since WCW went off the air.
Right.
Because if you think back to those last year and a half worth of shows,
yeah,
them things were rough.
Well,
boy.
and here's the good thing about NXT.
Yeah,
like
Evan
we both
Courageous
love
on there.
we both love NXT.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And you got the competition NXT AEW.
Yep.
So it's only going to make both products better.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And so I don't think WWE really cares what we think of Raw and SmackDown.
Well, here's the deal. SmackDown signed a deal, right?
Right.
They're on Fox.
They've got money.
They may get moved to FS1 one day. We don't know.
Yeah.
But they got the $1 billion, bro. They're cool.
That's like, we get upset. Well, not upset, but Crown Jewel is terrible. It's just a big house show.
For the money.
But they are getting paid. Yeah. Lana is in one of the worst storylines ever.
Yep.
But re-signed a multi-million-dollar deal with WWE.
I understand WWE's wanting her around.
Oh, I agree. But I was going to say they have the luxury of throwing money around.
Of course. Sure. And they don't want none of these people to go to AEW.
Right.
I mean, you see it. It seems like the Revival have not signed a contract extension, so they may be up in a year, 6 months, whatever it is. But yeah, they throwing money around like crazy. They paid what's my man's name?
Randy Orton, paid him big.
Yeah, no, what's my man's name? Maria's his wife. They did.
What's his name? Kanellis.
Yes, Mike Kanellis.
Yeah.
They paid that Joker signed like a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
2 weeks later,
he wants
said
out.
He wanted out. So they're just throwing around the money. They're trying to. I've thought this for years with NXT. And now with Raw and SmackDown, they're just hoarding talent, man. They don't want anybody to go to Japan.
Right.
They don't want anybody to go to AEW now. They don't want anybody to go to ROH. They're hoarding as much talent as they can get, just so not because they're going to use them, because obviously with Mike Kanellis,
they're
Rusev, they're not going to use these people in a meaningful way. Even the Revival, they had a little run with a couple of championships the past year, but they ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah, and Randy Orton,
the Good Brothers got paid a while back.
Randy Orton throws out, he's taking pictures with Elite and all this stuff, and basically, name dropping AEW so he can get more money.
Bargaining, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a great bargaining tool. And if you look like Mike Kanellis and those guys, which even if he's never going to get pushed, right?
No.
We know that.
No.
But
no.
Why not bargain? If I can make $1.5 million a year and only have to do 3 shows a year.
Yeah, but these boys, they like to work, man. They like to be on TV.
Well, you want to be on TV or you want to get paid?
Well, it's different for each person.
I'm saying, do you want to be on TV or do you want to get paid?
Where I'm at right now, I want to get paid.
Exactly.
I'll sign the contract.
You sent me a picture today of some fresh Jordans.
I sure did.
Fresh Jordans.
Which I also said what? I need a raise before these come out.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
So that
we are trying to get paid.
Yes,
right.
I
so
agree.
the revival has got to go. They have got to go to AEW because one, Vince don't really like tag teams, right? There's not a strong tag team division, and so I don't see the market to keep those guys there. So I think they're out the door.
If they go to AEW, I would love to see them in a program do something with Sean Spears and Tully, because we know
Horsemen.
We know how much they love Tully.
Yeah, love Tully and
Arn. That would just be something cool.
That'd be good, man. So good.
All right, here we go. Speaking of last night in NXT was live last night in Orlando, Florida. We just spoke off air that I had looked up to see how far Full Sail was from Disney.
Yep.
And it's not close enough to go. So, by God,
you got to make it,
man. I would love to ride down there. I may have to Uber. I don't know how much an Uber ride costs to get down there.
Oh man.
If it's an hour and a half away, I wonder how much Uber ride is for an hour and a half.
Oh, I'm gonna say you're looking at least 150
for an Uber ride.
Yeah,
you crazy.
Hour and a half. Man, that's.
I mean, I don't know. I've never taken.
That's 90 miles.
I've never rode an Uber.
Well, I mean, that's 90 miles. I know we got a guy here who does Uber.
Well,
and to go to Siler City and back, which is 30 miles, it's $50. Is what he charges.
It may be $150.
So
anyway, NXT was live last night from Orlando, Florida. The night started out with a big match with Killian Dane and Pete Dunne. By the way, does Killian Dane not look like the baddest MFer around?
Oh,
like
he's tough,
got the
man.
biker look to him.
Yeah.
He's got the beard, the hair, the black, cut-off sleeve, tattoos, all that stuff. Looks like a tough joker. He beat Pete Dunne last night by pinfall. I like Pete Dunne. I've said before, I think Pete Dunne should be in doing something next year at WrestleMania.
You think so?
Yes, I think he is that good.
Now, he got the big match. It's Survivor Series.
He did. He got Adam Cole, and they had a heck of a match.
Great match.
Maybe one of the best matches on the show.
But do you think there's a big enough draw? Like, I know we like him. Is there a big enough draw to warrant WrestleMania?
Well, I mean, you got to get him on a bigger TV, Raw or SmackDown. You got to put him in the right storyline. You got to get people behind him. Yes, you can do it.
He's going.
Now, whether it will be done or not, who knows?
Now he's going to be. All right, if you had to pull him, is he your main guy that you'd pull from NXT right now? And the reason why I'm asking, I know.
No.
Because we love Matt Riddle.
I would say Matt Riddle.
Right? We love Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Keith Lee, they're really pushing big time right now.
Line. He pinned Matt Riddle or Adam Cole last night. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I would take, if you could take just one, I would take Riddle, because you need to leave Adam Cole because he's just such a big star there. You could take Keith Lee. I'd be okay with taking Keith Lee, but I would take Riddle and then bring Keith Lee up later if I could take just one person up to the main roster.
Okay.
So you had the Undisputed Era boys came out talking junk about Finn Balor, talking junk about Keith Lee, and then Keith Lee came out and destroyed all them fools.
How did you like how Keith Lee popped up beside Finn Balor in the corner?
Yes, that was in the main event match. The main event was Undisputed Era against Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, and Dominik Dijakovic, and Balor come in, was kicking everybody, and he had, I believe, Adam Cole set up to do his little running drop kick in the corner, and then Keith Lee just kind of ascended almost.
Right.
Ascended from the depths, if you will.
Yes, I love it.
Like the Incredible Hulk, like standing up and towering
Hulk
over
smash.
A big building. Yes, it was a great shot, a great angle. I was watching that, and that Joker just kind of appeared, and yeah, it was cool. It was cool. And then Keith Lee got the win in the main event last night. Got the pinfall win over Adam Cole. So we'll see what happens with Keith Lee. Obviously, them boys like him. The past month, Adam Cole had like the best October, November. Keith Lee's had the best end of November, and now into
beginning of December,
of anybody in.
And he has promised to take the gold from Adam Cole.
He may do it. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what plays out. They got another takeover coming up in January, Royal Rumble weekend. So we'll see what happens. He may well do it.
He could.
All right. We also had the Forgotten Sons and Adrian Alanis.
They've been forgotten for a while.
And Leon Ruff, and nobody gives a rip.
No.
Nobody gives a rip.
No.
Then we had supposed to be Dakota Kai and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Or no, Dakota Kai and Rhea Ripley, excuse me. And then Rhea. By the way, I like Bad Girl Dakota Kai. I think she looks better.
Tough, right?
She's playing it upright. She comes out holding Tegan Knox's ankle or knee brace.
Yep.
I like Bad Girl Dakota. Rhea Ripley comes out and says, "Listen, the best thing about surprise attacks is they can happen at any time." Then Mia Yim comes out and lays a slap beating on Dakota Kai.
Love it.
What else happened on NXT here?
I'll tell you one thing I didn't like.
Let me hear it.
I can't say his name good, so say it for me.
Kushida.
Kushida?
Yeah.
Defeated Corey Grimes. Didn't like that.
Man, Who's returning, man? He hasn't been seen
but
in
I understand
a couple
that.
weeks.
But they've been building Grimes up lately, right?
Well, he lost to Riddle.
Yeah, but before that, he had like 10-second matches?
He had, when NXT started, a month and a half, 2 months ago? Yeah, he was on like the first 3 or 4 episodes winning all his matches.
And just going crazy.
Yep.
And now he's back on a losing streak. So my man's from NC, right? He's from North Carolina.
Is he?
He's from Burlington, brother.
Okay.
Well, I want my man to get some wins. You beat a couple punks. You got to beat somebody good now. Come on, people. Do me right.
I agree. A 5-foot Japanese, that don't count.
No.
Well, he didn't beat him anyway.
No.
So that may make him look even worse. The past 2 weeks in the ratings, NXT finally got a win over AEW in the ratings 2 weeks ago.
AEW dropped big.
Following it up this past Wednesday, and the ratings for last night's show come out later today. So we'll see if they can make it 3 in a row. Speaking of AEW Dynamite, was last night from Champaign, Illinois. By the way, is Illinois not like the capital of the wrestling world the past couple of weeks?
Let me go and tell you.
They've had it all.
I am ordering a little bit of the bubbly.
Okay.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Ordering that. Won't never drink it, but I'm gonna order it.
It's a showpiece.
Yeah, absolutely.
You set it on the mantle or something.
Absolutely.
Yes. You got the picture of the family.
Yes, a little bit of the bubbly.
And you got the bubbly sitting right beside
sir.
it.
Right beside the championship belt.
Yes.
I had a family guy when I coached basketball, Coach Spale. You know Coach Spale.
Yep.
Him and his wife were out Christmas shopping and took a picture of a WWE championship belt, and they said, "We found your Christmas gift."
There you go.
I said, "They know."
Yeah.
They know.
Put the bubbly right beside of it.
Yes, sir.
AEW kicked off last night with a 6-man tag team match with Dustin Rhodes and the Young Bucks versus Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz. Dustin Rhodes looked weird wearing those tassels on his legs, on his feet, like the Young Bucks did. I liked it.
Yeah.
Did you notice it?
Yeah, he had that.
Looked odd.
To me, it was like, because he's older, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, he's older.
To me, it was like a painted up, halfway Gold Dust Rock and Roll Express feel to it.
Maybe.
Because the Rock and Roll Express did the tassels back in the day all the time. Who are now?
I was going to say, come on.
Your 10-time, or is it 9? 9-time. And let me tell you, NWA the last 2 weeks, because Cornette kind of screwed the pooch on that, has not been good.
I haven't seen the past 2 weeks.
Well, see, they're doing like more highlight stuff because
trying to get him
they
off
do
the
so
show.
many tapings, right?
Yeah.
That they're so it's a little
I did
rough.
see he was on when the Rock and Roll won. He was there and he helped celebrate with them.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see when they do the next batch of tapings what they do. Obviously, he's not going to
So
be there.
because you see who they hired, they just hired, right?
Bad News Barrett.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wade.
Yep.
So
Yep.
But 9-time champs. So that's what I got to feel when I saw him. I was like, I wish they would go back just to plain natural with Dustin Rhodes, because Gold Dust, it's over, it's done, it's played out. To me, this halfway face paint junk just ain't hitting. So either go back to the natural or come up with just something.
Who's the last big star that wore face paint?
Last big star that wore face paint.
Sting.
Yeah, he would be up there. I was trying to think of somebody newer.
Yeah.
Umaga
had a little face paint on his face. I think.
Could you go with it's really not face paint, but she got it under her eyes.
Asuka.
Asuka.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe. A little bit, yeah.
I mean, that'd be about the closest one.
Yeah, I don't even know anybody else that wears face paint.
I mean, it's kind of a played out gimmick.
I like it.
My man in the other guy in AEW, skateboarder.
Darby Allin.
Yeah, Darby Allin.
He does half of his face.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean,
there are a couple people, I guess.
But, I mean, it's not as big as what it was with the Ultimate Warrior, Sting, and those guys. Legion of Doom, Demolition. I mean, those are some bad brothers.
Great Muda.
Papa Shango.
You know, Great Muda's still wrestling?
Yeah, wrestled at Wrestle Cage.
Yeah.
He wrestled the NWA champ, Nick Aldis. Yeah.
So Dustin Rhodes and the Young Bucks got the win over Guevara and Ortiz. Next up, we had one of your favorites, Rey Fénix.
Man, I love me some Rey Fénix.
Against Trent, also known as Trent Beretta of the Best Friends. Rey Fénix got the win. Rey Fénix, I've said this before, and I will say it again. He is the best in the world at what he does.
Dude.
At the Lucha Libre style,
right.
the whatever you want to call it,
has the most incredible balance of any man alive.
He's good. He is good.
Good match. So I love seeing Phoenix. I mean, like you said, dude is just phenomenal.
Then Cody Rhodes come out. We finally got another full Cody Rhodes interview without interruptions, and I think he knocked this one out of the park again. He was talking about MJF, where he said, listen, you say you don't want to fight, but what's it going to take?
That's old school right there.
What's it going to take?
That was old school.
Is it going to take a watch? Is it going to take a truck?
My shoes?
Yeah, I thought he was going to pull a Flair, take his pants off.
Brought out the briefcase of cash.
Yes.
I loved it. Let me go and tell you.
$50,000.
Cody Rhodes, Jericho, MJF, even Joey Janela last night. These boys, even who was it? I was really shocked with. They are all so good on the mic, right? You can tell it's not as written out or as scripted as WWE.
Yep.
And I love. They're building great storylines.
I'm sure we'll get a Cody versus MJF match sometime. I think they may stretch it out just to play into MJF kind of being a bad guy, not wanting to fight, and that kind of stuff. Then we had Nyla Rose killing everybody that got in the ring with
referee, everybody going through tables.
Killed the librarian, killed the referee. She's now suspended by AEW, as well she should be.
Yeah.
By God, you can't treat a referee like that.
Then they had the spoof of Adam Cole's girl sitting in the front row. That. So it was good stuff, man.
I saw that.
Good stuff.
You mean Dr. Britt Baker?
Dr. Britt Baker.
She's a dentist.
Oh. Whatever she do, whatever she wants.
I didn't know if you heard or not, but she's a dentist.
That's what I've heard.
Yes, she is a dentist.
And then my man, little bit of the bubbly came out.
Chris Jericho came out.
Yes, sir.
And then my man, or my boys.
Yes, sir.
The Jurassic Express come out, and they had a good little throwdown.
Yeah, that's why Luchasaurus wasn't bad on the mic last night. Talking to Jericho.
I heard, you know what, I heard like just half of his stuff, but so we're big fans of the Jurassic Express.
Absolutely.
Marco Stunt is growing on me. I didn't like him at first, but he's growing on me. I got to admit.
He called my man a kid last night.
Yeah.
Said he's not tall enough for his age.
Did you see when they started fighting, Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt both jumped on Jericho.
Yeah.
And Jericho just pushed Marco Stunt down.
Yeah. And Stunt come back and started hitting him in the leg.
Yes.
That's what I liked.
Yes.
So it was good stuff.
So it seems like they're setting up some type of match with Jericho and Jungle Boy in a couple of weeks on AEW.
Love it.
Dynamite.
That's his last match of the year.
Yeah.
Jericho's what he said, last match of the year.
Then we had one of your favorites, Pentagon Jr., taking on Christopher Daniels. And in this match, we may have had one of the best botches of all time.
Like it made WrestleBotch 15 minutes later.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
It was that bad.
I'm sure it did. I think he was trying to jump up, hit his legs on the top rope, and do like a moonsault type deal.
Moonsault, yeah.
And then flop over on Pentagon. Was laid on the ramp. By the way, I love the ramp going straight to the ring. Classic. And I get he just didn't hit it at the right spot.
Didn't make it at all. Didn't get close.
Listen, we all have these moments in our jobs where we just mess up. It happens.
Yeah.
Just so happened they're on TV in front of 500,000 people.
And I was laughing.
And we do it in our office, okay?
It's all right.
So Pentagon got the win, as he should have, on AEW last night. And then the main event was Joey Janela versus Jon Moxley. And I got to be honest, I didn't have high hopes for this, but this was a good match.
Oh, yeah.
Joey Janela is a crazy joker.
Yeah.
When he jumped on Moxley and went through the bell table,
right,
the announcing table out there.
Yeah.
That kind of turned the whole match. It was kind of dull until then because Moxley was just kind of slapping him around all over the place, and then Joey Janela jumped off the turnbuckle, top turnbuckle, to the floor, through the table, and that kind of turned the whole match. Had a really good match with Jon Moxley, with Moxley finally getting his DDT for the win.
How many more? How much longer until they put Moxley with the belt? Because you know him and Jericho is coming up.
Well, he's according to AEW.com, he is the number one ranked contender. Right. So he would have the next championship match, I guess. I mean, listen, he's probably the hottest person there. Maybe other than Cody Rhodes.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe.
Cody Rhodes is the hottest wrestler in the game today.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
We talked about this just a minute. I don't know about that.
Yes, he is.
You listen, when you guys listen to this, send us a message on Twitter, send us a tweet at Main Event Pod, and let us know, is Cody Rhodes the hottest name in professional wrestling
Absolutely.
today? I say no.
Yes.
Kevin Owens is bigger. Maybe, by God, Adam Cole is bigger.
No.
I don't know.
Adam Cole, I think, is the biggest WWE star right now. I think he's ahead of Kevin Owens. I think he's ahead of...
you got the Fiend.
Well, but Adam Cole's up there.
Oh, I ain't disagree.
Right.
I ain't disagree.
He's top 3.
I ain't disagree.
Yeah.
I ain't disagree.
Cody Rhodes is running the show at AEW.
Well, he needs to run it to get some more viewers. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah. That's kind of last couple of weeks been hurting. I'm curious to see what they are today because I looked up Bleacher Report. They graded both shows, right? Yep. NXT they gave them a B+.
Yeah.
Which that's good grade. They actually gave AEW an A+ for the overall show.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so I think what they're doing is good. I think it's doing is what's right. But both programs on the same night, man.
Speaking of the Fiend, how you feel about this championship belt that he has that you can own?
Yeah.
For a grand total, taxes and all.
Yeah.
By the way, you get free shipping.
Yeah.
Just over $7,000.
Let me go and tell you, I can afford it.
Yeah.
But I ain't buying it.
No, I ain't buying it.
That may be the worst.
I don't like it.
Looking championship belt I have ever seen.
I mean, I think they're going towards like some kind of scary looking belt for a scary character. I get that, but
and I get John Cena had the spinner.
Yeah.
Stone Cold had the skulls on his and all that. But this right here it almost looked clownish.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a good looking belt. Like it, I just don't like it.
Right.
I wonder if I'm assuming Bray Wyatt's going to have the blue belt when he's on Firefly Funhouse, and then when a match comes.
So what happens if you beat him? Which belt do you get? Right? Because you didn't beat Bray Wyatt.
That's true.
You beat the Fiend. You get his ugly belt.
That's their next storyline. He's going to lose the belt to Daniel Bryan at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. Daniel Bryan's going to get the Fiend belt. Bray Wyatt's going to keep the Universal Championship.
We're going to have a unification match.
WWE, thank us later. We just wrote your next month worth of storylines.
Look, we can write better storylines than what WWE's done in the last 10 years.
WWE, you are welcome. Send us our check in the mail, our royalty check. We will take it.
Hey, before we go, have you seen what NWA has that thing now where you can submit like announcing, refereeing, and you can get a tryout with them?
No.
Yeah. Like you can send in our work.
Yeah.
Like we can call a match we're watching.
Yeah.
And if they think we're good enough, they will call us down for an interview.
Huh.
It's kind of like how it's not. They don't. They can't have the performance center, right?
Yeah.
Just because they don't have the money.
Yeah.
So they're coming up with ways where you can send in promo videos, referee stuff, where you're looking for a job, and hey, you may get hired.
If y'all see us on NWA Power on Tuesday night, 6:05 on YouTube, don't be surprised.
And I'll have Camille as my valet.
Hey.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even talk to you, fool.
Probably not.
She wouldn't even look your way.
Probably not.
You'd be yelling at old girl. She'd be like,
I'd try my hardest.
What in the world?
Look, Matumbo's rejected a lot of shots. I'll take this one too.
Yeah, he has. All right, we like to play a game here on Main Event Podcast.
My turn tonight.
That we like to call Dark Match, Mid-Card, Main Event, where we give 3 wrestlers and we have to decide one wrestler to be in the Dark Match, one wrestler to be in the Mid-Card match, and one to be in the Main Event.
Let's do it.
Patterson, I got 3 names for you.
I cannot wait.
These are 3 good ones.
I love it.
They're not 3 scrubs.
I love it.
Name number 1, Kenny Omega.
I love Kenny Omega, the cleaner.
Kenny Omega. Name number 2, Pac.
Oh, I love Pac. Man, they've had some good matches.
It's already tough, boy. It's already tough. And name number 3, the man that you say is the most popular, is the biggest name in professional wrestling today, Cody Rhodes.
Man, that's
Omega, Pac, Cody Rhodes.
Boy, that's tough.
I need a dark match. I need a mid-card match, and I need a main event match.
All right. We got a triple threat match in the main event.
I tried that a couple weeks ago. You shot it down.
Man. All right. Here's what we got.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh, man. We got Pac in the dark match.
Good Lord.
I know. I love Pac.
Good Lord.
I love Pac.
I disagree. I would put somebody else there. But
Kenny Omega is in the mid card. Cody Rhodes
freaking
right now
crazy.
Is in the main event. But listen, during the main event,
I have 2 run-ins.
We're going to have 2 run-ins by Kenny Omega and Pac.
You got Kenny Omega, who had 5-star matches up and down in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Who had
my reason being
a heck of a fight with Moxley a couple of weeks ago in the mid-card.
But right now, I'm telling you, when Cody comes out, right, it's like the Stone Cold pop.
No.
Yes,
no.
it is.
Stop.
Yes, it is.
Stop it.
It is a pop, man.
Will you stop?
It is a pop.
That's ridiculous.
No, sir.
You cannot tell me that you are comparing Cody Rhodes in 2019, his reaction, not him, his reaction in 2019 to Stone Cold Steve Austin in 98, 99, 2000, 2001.
It's a bigger pop than anybody else has got today.
That's not true either.
Who's better?
I just told you Adam Cole.
No.
I just told you Kevin Owens.
No.
I just told you The Fiend.
No. Well, I think people are already getting tired of The Fiend.
Well, I ain't disagreeing. I agree with that.
So
wrestling fans are fickle.
They are.
We're fickle.
You can't win. I mean, you really can't. Here's one thing I have been, and you can back me on this. I've never liked Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not fickle there.
Yeah.
And I think what he's doing now is better for his career.
Yeah.
But I still don't like him.
I mean, fickle. I've always liked Ric Flair.
I've always loved Ric Flair. I don't think they've always done Ric Flair right.
No.
But I'm a Ric Flair man.
Hey, listen, starting next week, we are going to start a 3-week countdown next week. I'm not letting Jam have input on this because he's got Cody Rhodes in the main event.
As well as I should.
No, you should not. Next week, we're starting a 3-week countdown. The decade is ending at the end of this month. We got 3 weeks left in this decade. So we are starting a countdown next week of the top 3 wrestlers in the past decade. From 2009 to 2019, we are going to count down the top 3 wrestlers of that decade and tell you why we believe they should be in the top 3.
I got 2 already.
Of the decade. I told you 2 before we got started.
Got 2 already.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. But next week we'll start that right here on the main
Iron
event.
Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
I'm kidding.
He may be the best personality
on Twitter,
on social media. So we'll start that next week, and then we'll have one each week, and we will end with our last podcast of 2019,
whoop, whoop.
where we may also give out some yearly awards. We may have an award show that day, and give out some 2019 awards for different things.
Cody Rhodes, best wrestler of 2019.
God almighty. God, let's turn this thing off before you make me throw up. Unbelievable. All right, everybody. This is the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, a part of the Press Play Podcast Network. You can find us on Twitter at Main Event Pod and find all the family of podcasts on PressPlayPodcast.com. We have a bunch of them on there, from sports to books to current events to professional wrestling.
Woo!
Look us up, a Main Event on Twitter at Main Event Pod and PressPlayPodcast.com. We will be back next week. Next Thursday we will be here. I'll tell you how my trip was. I'll tell you if I saw Mickey and how much it cost to get an Uber ride to Full Sail University.
I love it.
From Orlando, Florida. We'll be back next week. Hope you join us. Share the word, spread the word, help support the show, and hit that share button on Twitter, my friends. I'm Michael Jernigan. That's Jan Patterson.
Peace.
Who thinks Cody Rhodes is the best wrestler in the world today.
Word.
This is the Main Event Wrestling Podcast.